And hello again, and here we are out in the sunshine on a very cold day actually, it's sunny but cold, and I finally got round to moving this bike out of the back of the house to the front of the house in the garage so I can do some more work on it. But sadly there's no room in the garage to do any more work, so I'm just preparing it now to be moved to my mate's bike shop in town. He's coming for it tomorrow, where happily he'll let me work on it with a bit more space, so we can make some more progress and finally get the back end sorted out. I've got to take the back end out, get the swing arm modified to alter the way the mounts work, to hopefully give me a bit more ground clearance. We'll then move on to the final stage of this midlife update, which is to change the electrics and improve them. That'll mean completely rewiring the whole bike, which isn't easy because all the wires go through the frame. But all that will have to wait until we know that the back end is sorted out and that I really have got more ground clearance and that I've not screwed up the welding on the swing arm mounts. But we won't know that until I do it, so let's wait and see. And here we are now at the local bike shop, and the bike's all set up. So now I'm just going to remove all these nuts and bolts and get this off the bike, swing them off the bike, and then we'll see what happens next. And that's the wheel out of the bike, and before I can continue and get the swing arm out, I've got to remove the battery because it lives on the swing arm on this particular bike. It's a bit fiddly, but that's next. Phew, so there's the battery out. That was really fiddly, and actually I'm thinking of changing it to a more modern lithium ion battery because it'd be a lot smaller, a lot lighter, and in theory they retain the charge a lot longer. Ta-da! Yeah. Right, so we didn't know this, but we have to take the chain off to get this thing off. So, that done, we can now slide it off, and it's bloody heavy, isn't it? It's feel the weight of that, Tim.
Jeez, that is heavy.
Yeah.
Very heavy. It's nearly as heavy as a normal bike.
Yeah, yeah. I think a standard Harley Softail swing arm's about £40. I suspect that's not far off that. Anyway, that done, take it away now, and let's have a look at this here. Upside down. And what I'm going to do is move that mount back about 20mm. So I'll cut a piece out of here, weld it back on again, and in theory that should give me almost 2 inches more ground clearance, in theory. So let's go and see. So Jeff, here we are in your workshop again. You made a starring role in one of my other videos when you made me a stainless steel battery box for my Guzzi.
Like me dirty overall.
Yeah. You look very appealing. And what you're going to do now is, as I say, we're going to move this mount back 20mm. I'm not going to do it, you're going to do it. So you're about to chop this off. That's the starting point, and then weld it back on again. So you've now ground off all that old weld, prepped it all, and then over here, I won't touch it, it might still be quite warm. You've cut off 20mm, ground it all back, nice and straight and smooth, and I'm going to weld that on there. Yeah. Now we did have a bit of an issue because this bit here might stop you from welding on the underside. But if that's the case, we can cut off this little bit here, maybe about 10mm, as long as we keep the holes there, because obviously they're required. Yeah, so just taking off some powder coat to give a good bench when it starts to weld. So now it really does need to be powder coated again.
You're going to go again, push your eyes. Beautiful.
Right, so you now cut off this little piece here because now you can access this little weld. But first, of course, you'll clean up the cut you just made. So I'll stand back and let you do it. Good. Okay, so we're done, are we? So that's now welded on. Looks fantastic, all level and as it should be. Slight recess there, that's not a problem.
Second run.
Okay, second run on the weld.
There we go.
There we go. Are we done?
Sorted. Now, do you want this weld cutting back in, or are you okay?
Yeah, you can just do a little bit because of yeah. Hang on, let me.
That gives you your full.
So we're just rounding that off now because there's a bit of a weld right on the edge, just to make sure it'll.
Yeah, so you've got your full diameter then.
Yeah, great. Okay, so almost done now. Just one little final touch. Rounding off this area here where the chain was rubbing against the edge of this bracket. The bike originally was belt drive, so it wasn't really an issue, but now changed to chain drive. Just sometimes it just rubs on there, so we've just rounded it off, and hopefully it won't rub anymore. But we'll see. So here we are back at Tim's workshop again, and we're doing a test fit of this modified swing arm to see whether it actually fits on the bike and everything lines up okay. And it kind of works, but not quite. I have got a problem, which I thought I might have, but I thought I might also just get away with it, but I haven't. Right, yeah, so Kev's here just to inspect it as well, and the problem lies here, where this corner of the swing arm, when it drops down a long way, it hits the edge of the frame. Stops it going any further. Now I knew about that, Kev, but I thought I might just get away with it, but it turns out I'm about 1 millimetre or 2 away from bolting on the shocks to the mount and swing arm. Bit of a pain. So the answer is I don't want to modify the frame because it's all powder coated, so instead we've marked off with a bit of tape where the interference is, and I've got to take the swing arm off yet again and cut this out and weld on a flat piece just there, so hopefully it'll clear it. Now it's not very far away from being perfect, maybe only 2 or 3 mil, but I may as well cut it off and give myself plenty of clearance just in case. Yeah.
Have the job right.
Yeah. So unfortunately, I've now got to take it all off again, take it back to Jeff Haslam, the welder. He'll cut it out hopefully and whatever. Or we may even actually just heat it all up with a blowtorch and whack it one, I don't know, but we'll see. Okay, so we're back at Jeff's again, and he's just ground off this area here. Now I've got a big hole, so we can make a plate and weld it back on again. Okay, so there's the patch put on, and now you just got to grind that down and make it look pretty.
Dress it, make it look pretty.
Fantastic. Alright, and there it is, all nice and neat. Get back to the bike and see whether it all works. Hopefully it does. And now here we are, back with the bike again, and a quick test fit to see if this little mod has worked, which it seems to have done. It allows the frame to drop down a hell of a long way, far more than actually than I need. And if we step away from the bike, we can see how low that swing arm now sits on the frame. Now, obviously it won't be that low when the weight of the bike is on the swing arm. The shocks will compress a wee bit and level things up. But I think overall it should give me about 2 inches more ground clearance, which is what I wanted to do in the first place. So we'll call that a success. And the next step is to have that swing arm powder coated again at SSS in Bingley, Yorkshire, which I'll do in a few days' time, and then the whole thing can go back together again for the last time, hopefully. So thanks for watching, and cheers.